This Tatsoi is going to be something I grow in my garden every year. Look at the lush green color. It is such a beautiful plant, and you really don't have to do a whole lot to it. I planted it and then I made sure I watered it once or twice a week, and it took off on its own. The flavor reminds me of bok choy, and I have looked it up, and it says that this green is sometimes called Tatsoi, and it is related to the bok choy, so that makes sense. It is a very versatile green. I've had it in soups, pasta sauce, and stir fry, and it tastes really delicious in all three of those dishes. Because these greens are so fine and thin, they really cook down a lot, so you need a large quantity of these to be able to really have a decent amount in your food. I usually just throw in what I have available, which is usually just a few handfuls into a pot, but these produce really well, so you could potentially have a large amount to throw in if you just had a couple containers with these growing. Another thing I love about these is they are actually a superfood, so they have vitamin A, vitamin C, and a lot of other really good nutrients. Beta carotene, calcium, and fiber, just to name a few. So look up this green because it is a really healthy one to be eating. It's just a lush forest of green. And I have just taken these leaves and tried the stalk, because when you break the leaf off, you can see a lot of moisture in the stalk, so it's very tender, juicy, and it's not bitter at all, so I really like the taste of it. Very quickly. You see the new little leaves in there that are just waiting to get out as soon as they've got space to grow. So this is the container that I picked today. I'm going to try to take this in, wash it, dry it, and go ahead and cut it up. Now, one thing I did find that if I leave these whole, I made some for some pasta, and I just kind of threw them into the pot, and I didn't really cut them up. They were maybe cut in two or something like that. But this can be hard to chew and get down if you don't cut it small. So that would be my recommendation, to make sure you cut the leaves. I get a bunch of them together, and then I slice them like this across, so that way it's little strips of this instead of it being this whole leaf wilted down, because it can kind of make you feel like you're going to gag on it, especially if you've got small children or elderly that are trying to eat it. Just make sure you chop it up small before you throw it into your dishes to cook. So I'm going to take this in. I probably won't use it today unless I end up making a smoothie with some of it. So my goal is to just make sure all the leaves are cleaned really well, washed, and then I kind of pat it dry, and I'm going to try to go ahead and cut it into the thin slices and then put it in the storage bag. That way when I'm ready to use it, I don't really have to do anything else to it, because what happens when I pick things and don't clean them the same day, I run the risk of letting them sit somewhere for a few days and then not ever feeling like doing it, and they end up getting wasted. So I will try to make sure that I wash it when I go inside, dry it, and dice it, because that's what really takes so much time, is cleaning it and rinsing them well, making sure you don't have any hitchhikers on there. But you can see that even though I picked this amount off of there, and this is the only container I have with the Tatsoi, you can see that this thing is still just really packed full. Put down in there to little individual plants right here. They're just as healthy as they can be. I love this plant, and we'll grow it every year. So, all right, that's So Tatsoi, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time.